Well, good evening and welcome to Craven Park, the home of Wilkinson Rovers, for the BARLA Great Britain Test match against the South African Rhinos. It's the fourth and final game of a hectic 2-week period, and the sides themselves now going to be introduced to the Mayor of Football with Mick Turner, the BARLA Great Britain International Manager, Nico Pretorius. And first of all, they're going to be introduced to the South African Rhinos, and I'll give you the team lineups in a second. Started with the South African Rhinos at number 1, Riola Strijdom. Number 2, Andre Olvagen. Number 3, Dirkie Fourie. 4, Morny Klassen. 5, Johan Fritz. 6, Heinrich Redemeyer, captain. 7, Henny Redemeyer. 8, Wouter de Jager. Number 9, Andre Loader. Number 10, Charles van der Meer. 11, Dolph Nell. Number 12, Diego Pretorius. 13, Andre van Logeren. 14, Brian Portha. 15, Jonathan Soers. 16, Jax Grobler. And 17, Isaac Longshire. For BARLA Great Britain, who are now being greeted by the dignitaries at number 1, Ryan Fieldhouse. 2, Carl Booth. 3, Lee Maskill. 4, Andy Dobson. 5, Chris Walker. 6 and captain, John Matt Mullen. 7, Lee Gouda. 8, Martin Riley. 9, Gary Wames. 10, Trevor Penrose. 11, Simon Stevens. 12, Luke Varley. 13, Lee Waterman. 14, Danny Ulyart. 15, Craig Wilson. 16, Richard George. 17, Dean Barmer. 18, Scott Lofthouse. 19, Leon Foulis.
Sponsored by CS Decorators. And number 16, Richard George. Richard is sponsored by Baker Nicholson. And at number 17, Dean Barner. He's sponsored by Sis Business Richards.
Well, here we are. We've had the national anthems. The pleasantries are over. We're now set for 80 minutes of action, and the man in the middle controlling them is Craig Halloran, who resides from the Dewsbury area, and John McMullen, the BARLA Great Britain captain, wearing protective headgear. He's ready to start off this game. And it's such a perfect night. The pitch in superb condition as McMullen kicks off towards the Rhinos, and we're off. Ball bounces kindly, and the Rhinos drive it forward up to their own 20-metre line. They've had some coaching assistance from the BARLA Great Britain under-21 coach Tony Spence. They've also had some tips from the referee to try and, as it were, cut down the penalty count. But the bottom line is that the South Africans have come here to play and try and take the spoils in this test match. It's good punt downfield there. But it bounces nicely for Ryan Fieldhouse, who cuts inside, cuts through the first tackle. He's just stopped there, well stopped there by Johan Fritz. Williams brings his forwards into it, and it's another good drive forward, good scrambling defence by the Rhinos. Williams, ball goes left to Varley. Varley puts a missed ball out there to Booth. Booth cuts inside, but he's wrapped up. 15 minutes away from the line. Williams, McMullen, Gouda offers it, puts a missed ball. There's an overlap if they want to use it here, but Maskell cuts inside. It's not Maskell, I beg your pardon, it's Andy Dobson, 10 metres out. Oh, and they could be in, good BARLA. He's just stopped on the line, last tackle. Oh, and the defence there, they're on the last tackle trying to slow it down. And that's the last thing that the Rhinos wanted in the opening minute. The referee's just having a word with him. Again, it's got to learn. It's all about developing the game in South Africa after being cut adrift in 2000, and BARLA tap it. And it's a drive to the line from Martin Riley from Wigan St Jude's, and it's another penalty. Two back-to-back penalties, too quick out to the line, and it's another quick tap from Williams. Williams taps it goes to Penrose, bounces off the first one, but he's wrapped up just to the left of the posts. Williams 5 metres away. Riley's the dummy runner. The ball goes out to number 11, Simon Stevens, who's put down, but there's an overlap on the right-hand side. Loader trying to get across, but they come down on this other side, and it's let off for South Africa Rhinos, who come up with that loose ball. They've got numbers on either side. Oh, and an intercept there, and just when they thought they'd got out to jail, BARLA take the lead, and it's 4-0 with the kick to come.
The tries for Britain, number 5, Chris Walker.
So after surviving 2 quick back penalties and getting the ball from a straight pass, number 4, Marnie Klassen tried to keep the ball alive instead of going down the line. And Alton Raiders number 5, Chris Walker, got it, went in from 15 metres for the opening score with 3 minutes gone. And now let's see if we can make it 6-0 with the kick. So it's dead straight in front, 10 metres out. And number 13, Lee Waterman adds the extras.
Great Britain 6, South Africa 0.
So South Africa Rhinos then, restart. So good ball down, but it goes straight into the arms of John McMullen. Oh, and that's a bit high. In fact, it's very high, and it's another penalty. Number 11, Dolph Nell, will put that down, I think, to perhaps too much exuberance. But I don't think Craig Halloran will be putting up with that if it continues. Varley, it's his first drive up. Wames goes to acting half-back. Fieldhouse joins the line opposite, takes a tackle. And Loganberg involved in the tackle, and it's a good push back by the Rhinos. Wames puts a flat looking ball out there, and it's a good drive from Trevor Penrose to Skirler. Wames from East Hull, and he's going himself, going down the middle. And he makes a good 15 metres. It takes 3 to put him down. At 28 metres away, Gouda goes to acting half-back. Ball goes left to Matt Mullen. Matt Mullen finds Waterman. Waterman through the first. He's got one. Oh, and they've won the try. Pascal flicked the ball out to Carl Booth. Booth couldn't take it. That's a big let off, and obviously a little bit of misunderstanding there between the combination of centre and winger. I think if Booth could have taken that ball, we could have been talking about 10-0 in the opening 5 minutes. So it's going to be scrum, head and feed to the Rhinos, and it's important that we complete this set of 6. As Henny Redemeyer, son of standoff Heinrich Redemeyer, who is the skipper for the night. The ball goes in again. A little bit high by Penrose on number 13, Andrew van Loganberg. So a chance for them to make a little bit of yardage. It's important that they do find touch. Make sure that that ball goes so they can try another set of 6. Well, I was going to... wasn't sure there, but the first test has been done. They've found touch. Now it's going to be a tap, and it's Rademacher who taps it. And it's another penalty, this time for offside against BARLA, as number 11, Dolph Nell, drives it forward. So 6-0 up, but the discipline isn't what it should be from this BARLA Great Britain side in the opening minutes. 3-2, I think it is, on penalties already. And that's a flat ball there to Van der Meer. Rademacher flicks that ball out there. De Jager drives it forward, 25 metres away. Rademacher goes to acting half-back. Goes across Crabstyle, loves it look like a bit of crossing, but there's a chance on here, there could be a try on here. He's driving for the line and he's in. What a superb effort by the Rhinos. They're back in the game, 6-4 with 8 minutes gone. Well, following back-to-back penalties, scrum half Henny Rademacher went across Crabstyle, the face of the BARLA Great Britain defence, and then flicked a beautiful ball out to the try scorer that we'll give you soon as. And he went for the corner. BARLA tried to get him in the corner, but it wasn't to be. So it's 6-4. So the scorer for the Rhinos is number 3, Dirkie Fourier. Can they level it up here? Well, it's not a bad effort, but unfortunately it didn't have the legs, so it's 6-4. Matt Mullen restarts then. And South Africa Rhinos have shown that they can be dangerous if they get a chance with that ball on that attack. Now the most dangerous start for any side. He's when they get the ball back after the set of 6, but it's another penalty for the South African Rhinos, and referee Craig Halloran is calling BARLA Great Britain skipper John McMullen out, and he's calling the Rhinos skipper out as well, so it's good. This is telling the players what they want. We've had 3 penalties apiece, I think it is, by both sides at the moment, and basically Halloran's wanting the boys to play rugby rather than giving penalties away. And he's also, like I said, also spoken to the South African skipper Heinrich Rademeyer, the father and son combination at 6 and 7 for the Rhinos, and that's a cracking kick. Rademeyer taps it. Good drive. Aye, here you go, Pretorius. Boggerenberg. Rademeyer, that's an half-back. Goes himself. Scoots. It's looked dangerous when he's been on 2 when he's played. Scored a cracking try in the opening game at Lancashire. It's a good flat ball to Nell. Nell takes the tackle. 15 away. Rademeyer, that's an half-back. Come down that short side. He gives it to full-back Strildorm. Fritz. Fritz gets that ball out there to Klassen. Klassen, a crossfield bomb. How good's the chase? How good's the BARLA defence? It pops up nicely. But the Rhinos knock on as they get the ball. But Mad Unitive play rugby league from the tourists, and they've done well. They've come back after their opening try after 3 minutes. But this time it's a scrum head and feature BARLA, and Lee Guder will feed it. Matt Mullen gets that ball out. Oh, and there's a chance. There's a great gap. Full-backs in front of Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse steps off his right. Steps off his left. He's wrapped up. Not got the support. But a superb 50-metre run from Fieldhouse. Waynes wants to quick play the ball. Puts that ball out there to Penrose. Penrose offloads there to Stevens. Trying to keep it alive. Another scoop from Acton half-back, and Waynes resumes the position. Goes down that short side to Penrose. Penrose gets it out down the line. But more, it's a good tackle there. Could have been penalised again there, the Rhinos. Guder. Matt Mullen. Matt Mullen steps off his right, steps off his left, flicks that ball inside. But well wrapped up. Last tackle, 10 metres away, a BARLA. Down the short side, Matt Mullen. Matt Mullen, oh, and he got the intercept. If that ball had gone to Charleston Rovers player, Maskell would have been in. But his opposite number, Durkee Forey, who's scored that Rhinos try, knocked on as he went for the intercept. But it had to be done. So it's more pressure. Scrum forms on the 10-metre line. Waterman breaks from the base, but he's stopped by Nell. And Van der Meer. Varley comes inside, and good tackle, Loader involved. He'll tackle anything all day. Oh, and they bond another chance of BARLA. So that's a couple of tries he could have had. This time it's Simon Stevens. 14 gone. Good drive by De Jager, up to the halfway line. Still going, cracking drive. Loader gets that ball out to loose forward. Van Logenberg, 40-metre line. Heinrich Rademeyer. Van der Meer, that ball going down the line. It's a superb tackle by Mark Mullen. loaded acting half-back, and it had to be. Rademeyer gives it to Fritz. Referee takes message off his line judge. Declares that it's a forward pass. So we're just approaching the quarter of an hour mark of the score. BARLA Great Britain 6, South African Rhinos 4. Ball comes out of the scrum, Guda dummies opposite, that's a cracking tackle, textbook tackle round the legs. Loader's involved, Dirkie Furry, and now it's a scoop from acting half-back, but he's pushed back a couple of metres. Guda, 3 in the tackle, Loader involved again. Demare coming down this short side, and it's Varley. Varley puts a flat ball there out to Maskell. Wames cuts inside from the acting half-back, over his head, basketball pass. Mullen acts on. Ball, and they've got the overlap if they need it now. Fortune favours the Brave, and he's given a knock on. Well, referee Craig Halloran was nearer than we were. He's indicating a forward pass. An audacious pass along the line though by, I think it was Gary Wames, trying to keep that ball alive at all times. So it's going to and feed to the Rhinos. 35 metres from their own line. Rademeyer off it, miss ball, show and go. Brings full back. Roali Streedom into the move, and it's another penalty against the BARLA Great Britain side. Oh, and he finds touch. I think Maskell thought it was going to drift back in, but it didn't work out for him. Good drive and spin. Oh, they're trying to put him into touch. Ball comes loose. And it went backwards, but unfortunately, Johan Fritz, as he tried getting that ball out there to any Rademeyer, and he's feet in touch. So, a good drive by BARLA. The Rhinos will be unhappy that they've lost the ball on the opening tackle of that at scrum in a superb attacking position. So, John McMullen feeds the scrum. Goes out to Waterman. Waterman gets that ball out there to Dobson. Dobson makes an angle drive, but he's stopped by Dolph Nell. And there's a Rhino injured in back play, and it's at Loader. The referee let him play, go on. It's in agony, and he's one of the tackling machines of the South African side. Penrose couldn't take that. Oh, the play first knock on. So it looks like it's going to be head and feed to the South Africa Rhinos, and it's referee's now glanced to his left-hand side in the BARLA half as Loader is been taken off. It looks like his shoulder. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. They fly back tomorrow, and he's had an outstanding tour as Andre Loader. So hopefully he'll be alright. There's a nod there by the first aider, so hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he is holding his top part of his arm. But the scrum goes. The South Africa Rhinos get that ball, and they're up to the halfway line on the opening tackle. And a good drive. Good drive by Nell. Good quick play of the ball to Rademeyer, the father. It's that ball out there to Morny Klassen. Morny Klassen chips over, how good's the chase? Carl Booth takes it. Oh, and he's well met. It's good play by the Rhinos. 3 put him down. Fieldhouse joins the line from the play of the ball. Gary Wames. Oh, puts a beautiful ball out there to Penrose. Gets through the first tackle. He drives, he spins. 3 puts him down, including Morning Klassen. Varley puts a beautiful ball out there to Charleston Rovers' Lee Maskell. Wanting a quick play of the ball. Well, I think they're fortunate not to get penalised there. Waterman steps off his right, steps off his left. But he's well caught by Klassen. Last tackle. Guda. Matt Mullen. Oh, and Fieldhouse knocks on. Perhaps a bit too overeager. But after the first quarter, it's BARLA Great Britain 6, South Africa Rhinos 4, opening try on 3 minutes for the home side, with a superb reply by Durkee Forey on 8 minutes. Basic rugby league from the Rhinos at the moment, probably taking on board what they've been out with this weekend, and a nice little chip over from the scrum half. Free says play on, and it's picked up by John Fieldhouse, who gets first, gets through the second, he gets through the gap, steps, comes inside. Penrose, angle drive, skipper of the BARLA Yorkshire county team last season, and the BARLA Player of the Year. Good tackling again at the moment. Gary Wames scoots himself, going down the middle, and he still manages to offload to Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse gets it out to Dobson. Dobson puts Walker in for his second try. It's 10-4 with the kick to come. So that try came following a BARLA Great Britain attack when the ball was put out by Dobson to his winger Walker, Chris Walker, and he's gone in for his second try in the far corner to give BARLA a 10-4 lead. And perhaps on balance, I'd say at the moment, just slightly against runner play. But the kick itself from Waterman is going to be on the touchline. It'll be a tremendous effort if he can put this one over. So Waterman lining this one up then. It's a good strike, but it drifts by the side of the posts.
Great Britain 10, South Africa 4.
So there's 4 points in it. Beg your pardon, there's 6 points in it. Converted try, level things up for the Rhinos. But at the moment, all they've got to think about is a deep restart and trying to get a good set of 6 in. Horrific mistake from the BARLA Great Britain team. Beautiful night in all. And a great turnout by the old public. Matt Mullen takes it. It's the ball out. Wames brings Stevens into it. Beg your pardon, it's not Stevens, it's substitute Dean Balmer. Joined the fray. Well, Wames goes himself, flicks the ball out, try to get it to Waterman, but it's well plucked out of the air. Oh, and South Africa Rhinos, instead of playing simple rugby league, well, they'd done the hard work, they'd got the ball back, and perhaps trying to be a tad too adventurous there. They got the ball, trying to play too quickly, and they had got the advantage. And it's only right that BARLA get it back, but they were very, very fortunate from that. Matt Mullen. Guda. Oh, beautiful ball taken by Fieldhouse on his shoelaces. Varley. Drives forward. Topped and bottomed again. Matt Mullen. Barmer. Lee Miners Rangers. Williams changes direction of play. Matt Mullen. Guda. Oh, and it... Walker's going for his hat trick. Flicks it back to Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse keeps that ball alive as he swap the position of this attackers. Barmer drives down the middle. He spins and he drives. And South Africa managed to keep him out. Keep the line at bay. Well, the pressure's on him here. Matt Mullen, that ball was intended for, but it went out to Varley, and Varley knocked on. With Henny Redemeyer trying to get into his space. But the Rhinos, basically, enterprising, adventurous rugby league, but they've got to learn when to just slow it down that little bit and not get overexcited. Which was a classic example when they intercepted that pass intended for Waterman. Redemeyer feeds it. Looks to where to pass it, offers it to go on the short side. But he's wrapped up by Barmer. Still looking at his short side, but now they change direction of play, and he's given offside against BARLA, and somebody's going to the bin. On 27 minutes, it's East Hulls, Gary Williams. Well, you've got to say fair play to Craig Allen, because he did have a word with both skippers earlier on, and obviously told them what he wanted, and he told them what had happened if they didn't do what he wanted. And Gary Williams has paid the price, and he's been sin-binned. So BARLA then, with 27 gone, they're playing a man down. Redemeyer. Oh, Redemeyer puts a beautiful ball there. Oh, he puts a great ball out there to nobody, and referee says play on, and it's to me, to you. And, well, they had a chance there. And it was number 8, Richard De Jager, who made that break through that defence, and he just got too overexcited instead of just driving down and taking the tackle. Put the ball out. There was nobody expecting it. Bit of a scramble. The Rhinos got the ball back, but then they succumbed to a knock-on, and it's going to be a scrum head and feed to Great Britain. Matt Mullen gets it from the scrum off Guda. Oh, and Varley, well, if he ever wants his second job, juggler seems to be the one for me. Penrose steps off his left, loses his footing, offloads to Waterman. Waterman goes through the gap, looks a bit forward, he gives it to Fieldhouse. Oh, Fieldhouse, that ball comes off the Rhino, and the Rhinos drop on it. Fieldhouse trying to find Waterman, but the Rhinos were in the right place at the right time. Well, on the opening tackle there, well, Fieldhouse, can he capitalise on that? Inventive stuff by Redemeyer, but there was no need once again for that on the opening tackle. Trying to chip over on the opening tackle. Stevens at the play the ball, gets it out. BARLA bounce off a couple of Rhinos, 22 away. Stupid. Matt Mullen to Guda. Oh, and there's an overlap here, and there's a chance on it. Oh, and it's number 12. That ball in the short side, and it's 14-6 with the kick to come. What a superb break from number 15, Craig Wilson, who So from being on the attack, BARLA Great Britain took the lead. An attack down the short side, a break from number 15, Craig Wilson, saw the cover, flicked the ball inside to Luke Varley, who went under the H's for the third BARLA Great Britain try. And it could have been all so different. Well, Waterman has the extra zero as the flags go up, and the score: BARLA Great Britain 16, South Africa Rhinos 6.
Great Britain 16, South Africa 4.
And the play's held up as the BARLA Great Britain player goes off, walking gingerly off the field. I think it's Stevens. Well, he's getting a big hand. I'll tell you it is soon as, but the bottom line is that South Africa Rhinos are attacking. But it looks like number 4, Andy Dobson from here. Hopefully everything will be okay for the rest of the season for him. Gouda punts it downfield. Bounces. And it's picked up by Strijdom. Drives it forward. Going down this short side again. It's Twalt with danger. Good didn't spin. Drive forward. Redemai Senior goes to acting half back. Puts it out to Junior. Puts a beautiful ball out. Redemai Junior again. It's a spiraling ball. That could work out quite well for them, but it's Carl Booth picks the ball up. But he's wrapped up by Johan Fritz and then interferes at the play of the ball. Well, BARLA Great Britain get the penalty just short of their halfway line. Game being played at a good pace. Well, it's important that the Rhinos put a big 6 in here. Waterman taps it, gives it to Matt Mullen, who in turn gives it to substitute Craig Wilson, who made that last try. Matt Mullen, Gouda. Oh, they're all on. They must score here and Walker's. I think Walker's in for his hat-trick. Superb ball handling down the line. 34 gone. That makes it BARLA 20. South Africa 6 following that penalty.
With a hat-trick of tries here at Britain Park this evening, please put your hands together for bravery number 5, Chris Walker. Sponsored by World Builders.
Well, that try came as a result of a penalty against South Africa. BARLA went to the left, and then on the second tackle they went to the right. Beautiful handling, went right down the line. Ball out to Chris Walker, who had space in front of him, and he went in for a try, and it's his hat-trick. So it's a great game today for the Hilton Raider player, Chris Walker. Waterman hits it well. What a magnificent touchline effort from the Scalar player. And that makes it 22 points to 4.
Great Britain 22, South Africa 4.
Well, it's important now for the visitors to all out up to half time now. 22 points to 4 behind. Apologies, thinking that they'd got 6 before. But that's a good drive forward there by Dean BARLA. Now this time it's Waterman who's kicked 3 from 4. Matt Mullen gets the ball, cuts inside, and he gets a beautiful ball out there to Waterman. There's another Rhino injured in back play. Scrambling defence on the last tackle. Halloran Tellerin, he wants them back at 10 metres. Well, this could be... Well, he just got up in time there. Waterman's not an happy teddy. Gouda kicks for the corner. The ball bounces into the in goal. And it's superbly picked up by Riolet Streethom. Going down that short side now. They cut inside. A beautiful ball. Great counter-attacking rugby. It's fraught if you're a coach, mind. Redemeyer steps off his left. Posts a beautiful ball out there to Nell. Nell comes and drives forward at an angle. He's wrapped up by Maskill. Ball goes to Redemeyer Jr. BARLA appealing for a knock-on. They don't get it. Going down this short side. Redemeyer Sr. thinks about it. Puts a beautiful ball out and it's a chip over by Durkee Forey. Looking for the penalty. BARLA counter-attack in the shape of Ryan Fieldhouse. But there's a Rhino injured. Referee's still playing on. Matt Mullen gets that ball and they cut back inside. It's number 16, Richard George. Player's still injured. Gary Williams is back on the pitch, so it's 13 against 13. And it's George who takes a beautiful ball there from Gouda. Have to scramble well now. Gouda goes one way, goes left, gives it to Fieldhouse, and Fieldhouse is superb tackle, a couple of metres away. Oh, and Varley couldn't take that one here. So another let off for the Rhinos. As referee Craig Halloran again stops play. It looks to an injury to Redemeyer Jr. It's been a hectic 2 weeks for them, but I'm sure they've thoroughly enjoyed the stay in the 3 counties and finished off for the last 4 days here in Hull and been regally looked after by the 3 counties and by BARLA for the last 4 days, where Carl Sanderson's done a great job organising everything, and it's a big rap for him for tonight's efforts. Redemeyer Jr. pings that ball out to make a few more metres. Good drive, and that's Fritz, I think. Up to their own 40-metre line then. Redemeyer punts it downfield in between the fullback and winger, and Carl Boover goes back for it, and that could be a little knock on in my humble. The referee's happy with it. Maskill just stopped. Williams going down the middle, looking for the gap, spins. Support wasn't there though. Waterman. Ball goes right to Matt Mullen. to Guda. Guda offers it to the left. He tries pinging a long ball out there to number 16, to George. It goes backwards. BARLA pick the ball up, pick up the scraps. Guda. Matt Mullen thinks about it. Little angled rubber. Oh, and that ball just about went backwards, I think, and it was picked up by Strijon. Redemeyer. Redemeyer brings a little bit forward, isn't he? He drives forward. Williams involved in the tackle. Redemeyer Jr. Oh, he puts a beautiful ball. Oh, and he just couldn't get that one out. And BARLA can the counter-attack. They can counter-attack, and he's going to try in the last minute. And I've got a funny feeling that could be Walker's 4th try. But it's 26 points to 4.
His 4th try of the evening. Number 5, Chris Walker.
So that try came then in the last minute. The South Africa were trying to keep it alive. The ball went to ground and Chris Walker, like lightning, picked it up, went through the gap. Nobody was going to pick him up under the H's. And that gives us a score. A BARLA Great Britain 26, South Africa Rhinos 4 with the kick to come. Waterman Julie adds the extras, and that makes it BARLA Great Britain at 28, South Africa Rhinos 4. And the referee comes to a halt, and in that first half, BARLA Great Britain lead by 28 points to 4, scoring 5 tries. 3 minutes Walker got his first to make it 6-0. South Africa Rhinos came back by Dirkie Fourie on 8 minutes. Then on 21 minutes, Walker got his second. 27, Williams was Simbin, and then 3 tries in the final 10 minutes. Luke Varley, Chris Walker got his hat-trick, and then in the final minute, Walker went up for his 4th try. It makes it an uphill task for the Rhinos. Half-time, BARLA Great Britain 28, South Africa Rhinos 4.
The winning ticket is ticket sequence 61 to 65. Blue ticket 61 to 65. The winner, please come to the Arab Bar to collect your prize. Thank you.
Well, here we go again for the second half of this test match between BARLA Great Britain and the South African Rhinos, with BARLA Great Britain leading by 28 points to 4. Story of the game really, that's changed. It's 3 tries in that final 10 minutes, which gave BARLA the upper hand going into the second half. And it's been a case of if only, but maybe, if Rhinos could have respected the ball on some of the occasions when they had it, because they put up a good fist of it to date, but they've got it all to do now as they trail 28 points to 4. 4 tries from Walker, 1 from Varley have set up this performance as BARLA trying to get the ball out wide, but this time Varley cuts his ties, still going, and he's got through. What a superb effort, and it's and in the opening minute then, superb play by Luke Varley. And then finally, he gave the ball out to Craig Wilson, and it's 32 points to 4 in the opening minute of that second half. So in the opening minute of the second half, the last thing that the Rhinos wanted to do was give away a try, but the ball was going down the line, and then Varley got it. He cut inside, got through some tackles, and then saw a gap, went through that gap, drew the cover, and he responded by giving Craig Wilson the ball to go under the H's, after Craig Wilson had reciprocated the effort earlier in the first half. So that 6 BARLA try makes it 32 points to 4, and it could be a long way to go for the Rhinos. Waterman's extension.
Converted by Great Britain number 13, Lee Waterman, sponsored by Penrose Pallets.
So Lee Waterman's conversion is 5th of the night, makes it BARLA Great Britain 34, South Africa Rhinos 4. And there's another chance on here, and it's going to be another try. Back-to-back tries on back-to-back sets, and this time it's another substitute, 16, Richard George, who comes followed up superb handling move for the 7th try to make it 38 points to 4. So Waterman, so that try then, superb handling as he got the ball back from that last try, and the ball finally went out to number 16, Richard George. He beat all the cover ends up to go under the H's, and Waterman, can he make it? He certainly does, and that brings up the 40 points for BARLA, and they're scoring now but just short of a try a minute.
Number 13, Lee Waterman, sponsored by Penrose Pallets. BARLA Great Britain 14, South Africa 4.
Well, now it's a matter of pride for the Rhinos. They go back tomorrow. They've had a fantastic tour, put in some great performances, although the scores might not reflect it, but this could be a real tough night at the office for them. And to make matters worse now, the South Africans have given a penalty away, and it's getting worse instead of better. Waterman drives that ball forward. Oh well, it's well, stupid penalty that. First of all, he gives a knocking away, and then he's penalised for something he said. Waterman's probably said something to him quietly, and Charles van der Meer has responded. The penalty goes against them. So BARLA, what a whirlwind start in this second half. Matt Mullen. Oh, that's a good hit by now. On the try scorer, Richard George. Maskill. BARLA. 15 out. Now then Williams, an angle drive. He's going across crab style now, looking for runners, and the Rhinos just about stop him a few metres away, and it's Richard George acting half back numbers on either side. The ball goes left, he gives it to John Mullen, and it's a... I think it's a penalty for descent. Well, he's got to be very careful as Gary Williams. He's already had 10 minutes in the sin bin. And the Rhinos will be grateful of that. Camped on their own land. The referee's holding up the clock and he's having a word with John Matt Mullen, the skipper. He's probably saying, sort it out or else I will. So I think Redemire Junior is having a word, and Senior's gone over, who's the skipper. And Guda's coming on. In place of Gary Williams. I mean, the game's won. The last thing they want is Gary Williams getting sent off. And I don't think that's found touch. Well, that's a Cardinal sin, and it's picked up by the 4-try scorer Walker with 5 on his back. Is he going to get a 5th one tonight? It's well wrapped up by Dolph now. Waterman scoots from that out, looks a bit high. It's got to be a penalty. Bit too enthusiastic there from number 13, Andre van Loggerberg. It's a quick tap, and it's out to number 11, Simon Stevens. Bounces off the first one. Oh, he's in here, and he's under the H's from the penalty. And that makes it BARLA Great Britain 44, South Africa Rhinos 4.
Maestro of Great Britain, number 11, Simon Stevens, sponsored by Elite Pest Control.
So that 8th try then, it came as a result of a penalty, and from the top the ball was went out to Simon Stevens, who drove forward, stepped off 1 foot, went through the defence, he got one left, and he just barged his way superbly over the line to make it BARLA Great Britain 44, South Africa Rhinos 4.
And we try successfully converted by BARLA Great Britain, number 13, Lee Waterman.
So Waterman adds his 7th from 8, and that makes it 46 points to 4.
South Africa 4.
So we've had 3 tries in the last 10 minutes of the half, 3 tries in the first 10 minutes, and that's been the difference between the sides. So BARLA in clinical in the finishing, but the bottom line was that South Africa prior to that didn't find touch, and that's why they got the penalty. BARLA going down the middle. Bounces off a couple, still going. Comes back on himself. He's tackled 40 metres out. Matt Mullen through a gap there. He's got support if he wants it. And he finds substitute Danny Olya. Dunny Olya superbly tackled there by Van Logeren. But BARLA keeping attacking on the far side. And it's a stroll in the park for Lee Maskell, and that brings the 50 up for BARLA Great Britain. Well, that try was set up by a nice move there by John Matt Mullen. He flicked the ball out to number 14, Danny Olya, who looked like he was going to score himself. Superbly tackled, but then the ball went out wide to the left, out to Lee Maskell. The cover was there. He threw it over the line and then went under the H's for a try, which hasn't been given as I speak, because we've just got a scrum down. So I will assume that one was for a forward pass. Well, that, with the greatest of respect, and I know the South African Rhinos are going to have this DVD, was absolutely sacrilegious on the first tackle. All he had to do was hold it for 6. All he's done is given BARLA Great Britain the ball back, and it could be another try on the cards here, which was disallowed moments ago. Wilson to Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse takes the first tackle, gets through it, but he can't get through the second one. Waterman gives it to Barmer. Barmer drives, cuts inside, drives again, and he's just short of the 10-metre line. So Waterman's gone to gone to Hooker. Steps off his right, angled drive, gets the ball out there to number 6. The ball just going down the line now. Guda. Oh, and it's a little angle grubber. He'll win the foot race to this. It's a try, that's for sure, and it's Carl Booth. Well, it had to come after kicking the ball to the player from the scrums of South Africa Rhinos. BARLA got the ball, drove it down the line. Guda put a beautiful angle grubber in, and Johnny on the spot, Carl Booth, brings up the 9th try and the 50 points for BARLA. Waterman hits it. What a magnificent effort. That's Waterman's 8th conversion from 9, and it makes it BARLA Great Britain 52, South Africa Rhinos 4.
Great Britain 52, South Africa 4.
Well, the positive that the Rhinos are going to take over from this is that they've learnt a lot on tour, and I think they'll have learnt a lot tonight because they've been their own worst enemies at times, and that was a classic case with yet another of the tries there. That one just scored from the scrum after they'd been down on the line for the opening 10 minutes. They got the ball, tried kicking over to nobody, and BARLA picked up the ball, picking up the scraps, but then were deadly when it came to making the move to go in there as BARLA come driving forward again, and there's no respite by South Africa. BARLA give them the respect by pinging the ball about, doing it right as Walker gets it, takes a beautiful ball, gets through the first one. A little angled chip, who's going to win the race to it? South Africa kick it back, they must score. Fieldhouse is in. Oh, and you've got to feel slightly sorry, but it's a try. So that try came down to the short side, went down the line, and it was 14 Danny Ulliott who got the ball out there to a 4-try winger Walker, went down the wing, used the return house, grubbed the ball inside, chased after it, he missed it, the South Africans overrun it, it bounced kindly for BARLA Great Britain, and Ryan Fieldhouse picked the ball up, there was nobody with him, and had the simple job of putting it over the H's to make it 56 points to 4. Well, after that last one. That was an easy one for Ulyett, and that makes it now BARLA Great Britain 58, South Africa Rhinos 4.
Sponsored by Penrose Pallets. Great Britain 58, South Africa 4.
Well, BARLA Great Britain went, oh, it's kicking off here. Number 11, Simon Stevens. And he's not having any of this, wasn't Craig O'Halloran? And on 58 minutes, to make matters worse, following that penalty, South Africa Rhinos, I think it's number 12, Diego Pretorius, he's having 10 minutes. Matt Mullen. Oh, and that was Fieldhouse just managed to keep hold of the ball. Varley. He's had a superb second half and he's cut through again. He's put a beautiful ball at to Ryan Fieldhouse. Ryan Fieldhouse cuts inside. He's out-stopped twice. He puts the ball out to number 16. And it's Richard George. He's in for the 11th BARLA try. But a superb attack. And that makes it 62 points to 4.
16, Richard George. Sponsored by
So following that penalty, BARLA got the 11th try from that. And a superb, another superb run by Luke Varley in the second half. Bounced off a few South African players, carried on going, and then he had the vision to look on his outside, and there was Richard George in for his second to make it BARLA 62, South Africa Rhinos 4. Well, surprisingly, a jovial boo, Waterman missed that one.
62, South Africa 4. Penrose drives forward now and dropping off the tackles of Rhinos, and he's just stopped him there, and that was an horrible play of the ball. And it's got to be, well, I think they've got to give a penalty there rather than a scrum. It was horrible, that. But this could, I think, be the first time that the Rhinos have got the chance to put a set of 6 in this second half, really. They've just been cut apart to some tune. As Rademeyer Jr. comes back on the field, they're playing a man down to start off with. Now what they've got to do, with the greatest respect, is play this set of 6 out. They're trailing, but the decision making be a bit naive if they don't try and get this set. They must be absolutely out on the feet there. Well, they go and they've lost it again on the first tackle, and this time it's number 1, Streedome.
Well, BARLA drive forward, showing no mercy. And it's Wames, he's under from the play the ball. And that's 12 tries, and that makes it 66 points to 4.
Try score for BARLA Great Britain, number 9, Gary Reeves.
Well, that try came as from the scrum. The South Africa Rhinos had a chance, but they lost the ball early in the tackle count. BARLA got the ball. They've just been ruthless. And as he went down, marched down the field, from the play the ball, number 9, Gary Wames got it. And he just saw the gap and just went through it. And nobody was going to stop him. And that's 66 points to 4. Waterman in front of the H's. Can he add the extras? Yes, he can. It's 68 points to 4.
Converted by BARLA Great Britain, number 13, Lee Waterman, sponsored by Penrose Pallets. Great Britain 68, South Africa 4.
No, I'm just going to say.
On 3C, don't you?
So, can South Africa hold out? Try and keep this score down the bottom line. Is it? No, and Varley's another superb break. Varley gives it to Ulyett. Is anybody going to catch him? The answer is no. And that makes it BARLA Great Britain 72, South Africa 4.
Try score for BARLA Great Britain, number 14, Danny Ulyett. Sponsored by Chow Bistro.
Well, that try came from the restart, and Luke Val's had a superb second half. He got it, went through an angle, and went through him like a Dorset Salt. Broke through, put that ball inside to substitute Danny Ulyett, who went under the H's. And then Waterman has just added the extras to make it 74 points to 4.
Great Britain 74, South Africa 4.
This could be the greatest comeback of all time.
So here we go again. Can the Rhinos get the ball back? It's a good try from Simon Stevens. Simon Stevens gets it out towards him, steps off his right, carries on going, and some valiant defending by the Rhinos. So they must be out on the feet and wanting the whistle to go early, and a bit of afters by Waterman. He's doing a bit of finger pointing. And Simon Stevens drives it forward. Wames gets that ball out to Mark Mullen. It's a good tackle that by Dolph Nell. Wames scoots himself. Well, that was around the neck of Stevens, but see the Rhinos pick it up, and all right, it's great pinging it out, but they've got a set of 6 here. They've just got to calm down. Herrera Meyer Jr. puts that ball out wide. This is, well, they've held it for a couple of tackles now. It's the best they've done in the half so far. Ball going down that far side. Right, I mean, I've seen it. And the ball comes loose again. The ball goes backwards. No, it doesn't. So they're their own worst enemies are the Rhinos. Just not respect in possession of the ball. I know they're trying to play expansive rugby, but there's a time and a place for it, and perhaps not on that occasion. They've hardly had any ball, and when they have got it, they've lost it early in the tackle count. And all right, we got to 3 tackles then, but not wishing to be too critical. If they go home and learn from this, and get rid of some of these habits, and wait for another tour to visit the shores of South Africa to help them develop the game, hopefully they'll get some money from what is allegedly going to be a successful World Cup. They have been cut adrift as BARLA get another penalty. They have been cut adrift. Well, there's penalty goes against BARLA. They could score in South Africa. They have been cut adrift from the Rugby League International Federation since that World Cup. Hopefully they'll get something to help them to take the game forward. The potential and expanse is there if they need it. As South Africa on their own on the BARLA 20-metre line. Ball goes out there to Van den Logenberg. Takes the tackle. Rademacher Jr. That's in half-back. Goes himself. Flicks a beautiful ball out there. But the ball comes loose again. And how often have we seen that? And it's another South Africa side now we're going to have to defend. And it's Matt Mullen there. He tried to get that ball out. But the Rhinos pick up that loose pass. Can they counter-attack? Can they hold it for 6? Good drive forward by Nelly. Certainly given 100%. They've all done that. But he's looked very effective. Rademacher Jr. puts a flat ball out there to Van Logenberg. 5 metres away. Rademacher, can they get some points on the board? He goes himself. But, perhaps Rademacher should have put that ball out, and Rademacher Senior goes to acting half-back. Oh, and that's a long ball out by Senior to nobody, and BARLA picked the ball up, and that looked forward. You've got to feel sorry in some respect by the Rhinos. So go into the final 6 minutes of the game, and it's another drive forward, hit and spin by number 8 Martin Riley. Oh, good tackle there from Pretorius, who's back on the field. And Chile put him down just inside the Rhinos half, trying to slow it down. He's number 4, Marnie Klassen. Stupid play. Stevens certainly got the upper hand on him there. But it's another penalty, and these indisciplined penalties that they're giving away rather than thuggerish penalties. They've got to learn. Guda. Matt Mullen. Gives it to Varley. Varley flicks it into Maskell. Maskell gives it to Booth. Booth is just stopped a few metres away from line. Good defence by the Rhinos. Looked like try 14. Matt Mullen. Matt Mullen puts a long pinging ball at Guda. He couldn't take it. South Africa tried to intercept. Referee saying play on. Walker's got the ball. Can he get his feet? Oh, what a superb tackle! Well, that's the tackle of the night. I think Walker thought he was in for try number 5. But South Africa Rhinos' superb tackling stops him. So that epitomises that never say die spirit. Well, BARLA won't want to concede a try, and I'm sure they'd like to score another. It's good play. Nell gets that ball on the crash. He drives and spins. I thought he was going to lose that, but he's kept hold of it. Rademacher. Oh, and then he tries. Long pass. Well, it's simmered. So it's going to scrum. Referee Halloran has a glance at his watch. There's 3 minutes on mine, plus whatever it's on for injuries. Rudemeier nearly overran that. He has that ball. Oh, great dummy. What's a beautiful ball out there. Oh, and again, Andre Olvagen went to try and go down the line, but superb defence again on the first tackle. Sees the player pulled into touch. So BARLA have got the ball. Can they finish tonight off with another try? About 13 to 8. And that's that man Varley again. He's played okay in the first half. He's played superb in the second half, and the side have got another penalty. Tackled round his neck, but it was Diego Pretorius, I think, who put that superb tackle in to stop Chris Walker getting his 5th try. So, can they finish it off? In style, bring up the 80 with a converted try. BARLA Great Britain. Wales taps it. Riley gets through the first one. He's met superbly. Pretorius involved in the tackle, 22 away. Waynes glances to a left with the bandage round his head. Gets it out to 16, Richard Joyce. The ball goes down the line there to Ulyett. Ulyett gets it out to Waterman. Going down that far side, and he's pushed back a few metres. So good play by the Rhinos. Still doing the best. But they've let themselves down with some elementary errors. And Carl Booth from the acting half-back drives. Makes a few metres. Wayne scoots from the acting half-back. And he's a couple of metres short, put down, wanted a quick play of the ball. Oh, and there's a chance on here for Riley. Oh, and Riley bounces it over the line. And it's getting fractious again. We've only got a minute left. Referee having a word with the in-goal judge. He's beckoning Rudemeier Senior over. Well, he's having a word with John McMullen. I think he's probably saying, look, we're in the last minute here, lads. Let's just see the game out with 13. But Martin Riley thought he'd scored his try on his BARLA Great Britain debut. Bottom line is that it's a penalty to South Africa. Can they finish the game off with a try? Oh, and they've lost the ball. Opening tackle. Waynes gives it to Walker. Walker's tackled. Stevens. Oh, beautiful ball by Varley. Ball going down the line now. Ulyett cuts inside. Took that pass from McMullen. Penrose spins, drives. Oh, and Penrose has lost the ball. So it's going to be scrum, head and feet to South Africa. And we're playing It's a penalty, South Africa. So the Rhinos, and can they get some points on the board? Pretorius Junior gives it to Klassen. That ball goes down the line, and it's another try forward by the Rhinos by Nels. Going down that short side now. Morning, Klassen. Oh, and a forward pass, and well, lost the ball. Oh, forward pass early in the tackle count again. The story of the night, especially this second half. Guda. Oh, Pretorius puts a good tackle in. Guda. Streeter put him down. What's a quick play of the ball? Gary Williams looks for the gap. He's going himself. He gets through one. Puts a beautiful flat looking ball out there. Oh, a little flop there. Andre Olvagen. And it's number 12, Luke Varley. He's had a superb second half. Riley drives it forward. Had a try to select. And that brings an end to the proceedings, and this test match finishes. The final score, BARLA Great Britain at 74, South Africa 4. Basically, they were cut to shreds in the second half. They were already down at half-time by 28 points to 4. But quick-fire tries came in good order, starting with Craig Wilson. It was then Richard George who went over. Then from a penalty, Simon Stevens, and all of a sudden it was 46 points to 4 with 49 minutes again. The try scoring continued. Carl Booth went over. Then a soup handling move saw Ryan Field go over for the 10th try. That made it 58 points to 4. And they just came on and on. Richard George got a try, the 11th try making it 62 points to 4. Then we had a try from Gary Williams who scooted in, converted, made it 68 points to 4. The final try came when Danny Elliott supported Luke Varley, who had a superb second half to make it 72 points to 4. Lee Waterman converted, and that made it 74 points to 4. He kicked 11 from 13. The bottom line is that the South African Rhinos will learn from this. It's all about developing them for what's happened where they've been cut adrift since 2000. So all I can say is, bon voyage to the South African Rhinos. I'm sure we'll see you again in years to come when you will put up a better performance than this. But it's been a great tour. They've been to Lancashire, Cumbria, Yorkshire, finishing Hull, and the sportiness of the sides, shaking each other's hands. They'll have a few beers, and then tomorrow evening they're on the plane. So once again, the final score in this test match, BARLA Great Britain 74, South Africa Rhinos 4.